We're on the record in cause number 315-911 and cause number 323-581. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Haley Guidry. We have Ms. Guidry appearing via Zoom at her attorney's office, Mr. Mark Faggett, who is also appearing via Zoom. Ms. Guidry, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, and Mr. Faggett, how are you doing?
I'm good this morning, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Faggett, do you have an announcement for the court in Ms. Guidry's cases?
Well, Your Honor, the case is on multiple occasions I've requested the court to enter an order granting my ACI motion so I could retain a forensic phone examiner, and I provided the court with the information that you've requested, but I still don't have a ruling on that order. And most recently, I located a renowned expert in Houston, Mr. Eric Devlin, with Lone Star Forensic Group. And since this is a court-appointed case, he agreed to do the work for $100 an hour. And what we need to have done in 315-911, she is accused of perjury, which she denies. There's some incidents about making phone calls, and a forensic examination of this phone will show that she did not make that phone call. The phone call actually came in from the complaining witness, who has a bad history anyway, of criminal history. And we have actually provided the district attorney's office with snapshots of the phone call coming into her phone, but that's not good enough to get the case dismissed. So she's going to want a trial on the case once you give me the money and I have Mr. Devlin look at the phone and do his examination. That expert testimony is critical to her case, Your Honor. Okay. I cannot adequately represent her without the approval of those funds in this case. The other case is a case where I think it was a failure to ID, Your Honor. And she's already done 3 or 4 days in the jail, I think, on that case. So we would probably be willing to do something on that case because she's not going to dispute that. But I cannot move forward on 315-911 until I have the money to go hire Mr. Devlin. I have the phone in my possession. It's just a question of getting him retained and getting him to look at the phone, download it, show where the phone calls came in on that day. That's a specific day. And then he can also pinpoint via the cell tower information from those days exactly where that phone was located. And that is all critical to her defense. I understand this is only a Class A misdemeanor, but I have to have that money. If the state's not going to dismiss the case, I'm going to have that money to do it, or I can't represent her, Judge.
Okay, let me ask you this here. Was his name submitted when you submitted your motion the last time you submitted, or did you just talk to him since we?
No, I sent the information. It was e-filed with the court, Your Honor.
Okay.
It was e-filed with the court on December the 17th of 20, and this was after I had talked to the court about hiring Lance Elliott Sloves, who is considered to be the top gun of all this stuff, but he was like $5,000. And he's the premier guy, but he doesn't cut his fee for court-appointed cases. Whereas Mr. Devlin is just as renowned, but he does work with the courts on fees for court-appointed cases.
Okay, let me take a look at that. Okay. Now, okay. Yeah, just let me take a look at that. How much time do you need on we're gonna keep it on the pretrial conference docket?
Why don't we reset it for the court's convenience? What's 30 or 45 days?
Well, 40. Okay, we'll reset it 45 days.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll keep. What's the date? 4/26. It's going to be reset till March 26th of 2021.
Thank you, Your Honor. With Trina, please fax me a reset.
Yeah, you'll get a reset. Is this your only case?
That's the only thing I have. These 2 cases are the only thing I have with you this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. You and your client are excused, and y'all have a blessed day.